doing what is in my winter makeup bag for drugstore version and the high-end version. I get so many questions about what makeup I use on an everyday basis, and instead of doing like a normal like everyday makeup routine, I thought I would do you guys a video where I show you drugstore versions and high-end versions of products. So to a point like drugstore dupes, but basically I'm just showing you a bunch of my favourite makeup. Also, I'm so excited right now because it's snowing outside my window. It looks so beautiful, and I tried to film in front of the window so you guys could see the snow, but you know, lighting just don't work. I just blacked out, didn't work at all. But anyway, it's snowing, it feels so Christmassy, and yeah. But without further ado, let's just get straight on into the video because I have so much makeup to show you, and I love makeup, so let's get into it. Now, I don't actually have a drugstore primer. I chucked them all out because I didn't use them. Nobody was going to use them, so I am going to buy a new one because I love the baby skin. But for high-end, I use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this is the Colour Correcting Adjust Green one. Now, I have really red and oily skin, which means green, like any colour corrector type of thing, works really well on my skin, and this Smashbox one works wonders. It is literally so good. I love it so much. It blurs my skin, it feels super smooth, and my makeup goes on amazingly. I just love it so much. So I have this one, and this retails at about $19.50 to $22.50, I think. I got it from the cosmetics company store at Bicester Village, so I got a bit of a discount on it because obviously it's like a makeup outlet store. But yeah, I love this so much. Moving on to foundation, my drugstore, well, I'll talk about my high-end one first because I'm obsessed with this. I have recently been loving the Marc Jacobs foundation. I picked this up in Sephora when I was in Paris. By the way, check my Vlogmas if you want to see when I was in Paris. But yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. It was €40, and you basically just pull it up like this. The only thing I don't like about it is the applicator. I would have preferred it to be a pump, and I just spilled a load of this out. I just don't really like the applicator on it, to be honest. It's not my favourite one at all, and I think they could have improved it a lot by giving it a pump, because I do lose a lot of foundation, but nevertheless the coverage is insane, and I'll put a photo on screen of when I use this, and my makeup just looks so good. But of course, a drugstore dupe of this has to be my absolute favourite, the L'Oreal True Match. This foundation I will rave on about forever and ever and ever. I use it in pretty much every makeup tutorial when it's not a first impressions because I just love it so much. It's £10, the bottle's beautiful, really good coverage. I find the darker the shade, the better the coverage for me personally. So I went up a shade and it covered a lot more, but yeah, love this. For concealer for high-end, again, this is a fairly recent purchase but has made its way straight into one of my everyday makeup routines, and this is my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So this is a mini that I picked up when I was again in Sephora, and I love it so much. It's so creamy, it blends so perfectly, and it's not too thick. It's not as thick as some concealers, but it's not as runny as some concealers, and I prefer very liquidy ones, but nevertheless it does give really good coverage and does last all day without creasing under my eyes. And of course, the dupe for this is Collection Lasts in Perfection. You just can't go wrong with this, I'm sorry. Mine's Fair One, it's £4.20. Best thing ever. I feel like I've raved on about this enough that I don't actually need to say anything else because it is the most amazing concealer ever, but I use this on an everyday basis and I have done for nearly 2 years now, and I don't have any faults with it. For powder for high-end, it's actually a loose powder, and you're probably expecting me to say the Laura Mercier, but that actually ran out. So I got a new one, and this is from Beauty Bay, and it's from the brand Beauty Bakery, and this is the Flour Baking Powder. I love this so much. It's literally so good. So it's just like a gold lid, then it's kind of like a banana powder because it's got a bit more of a yellow undercolour to it, but it's so good. I set my makeup with this while I'm doing my eyebrows, and then I just blend it into my skin. It doesn't leave any like nasty orange patches or anything like that, and I think this is about £20, and again you can get it off Beauty Bay, but I'm going to link all the products down below. But yeah, love this so much. And my drugstore powder that I have to use all the time is just my Rimmel Stay Matte. I've actually cracked the lid in half, dropped my makeup bag yesterday. Love that, Anna. This is just in the shade Transparent, and it's a pressed powder. It's like for £3.99, £4, and it's amazing, and I just smashed it in half again. So good. My mum has sworn by this for literally over 10-11 years. Like, she loves this. She never changes it. So I love it too, basically. It's so good, and Rimmel, you have done well here. For blush, my favourite ever high-end blush is the MAC blush in Desert Rose. Saf told me to buy this and it is incredible. I have it on today. I don't know how well you can see it because I didn't put too much on, but it's matte for one. There's absolutely no undertones of shimmers, which personally, I like shimmered blushes, but because I put a lot of highlight on, I prefer my blush to be dead matte. This was just, it's amazing. Like, I love it so much. It's such a beautiful colour as well. It's not too much, although you can build it up very easily if you do keep putting your brush on and repeating, like putting it on your face, then it does really build up, but it gives you such a natural flush. And yeah, this is just amazing, and I think this is about £18. And a really good dupe is the Sleek blush palette in the shade Pink Lemonade. So this has got 3 amazing blushes in it. One of them is cream and then 2 of them are powder. The only thing with these are they are all shimmery. Even the cream one has some shimmer in it, which, you know, like if I'm not wearing a lot of highlight then it's good, or if I'm not like gonna go for the contoured look then it's good. But I don't know, it's a really good dupe though. This shade here is gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's super pretty. It's kind of like a Barbie pink. The what's the blush called from Sleek? Rose Gold. Sleek blush in Rose Gold is another amazing blush as well. But yeah, Sleek blushes are really good dupes, and this palette was only £10 and you get a massive mirror in it too, so winning. For contour and bronzer from Highend, I'm absolutely addicted to my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I use this every single day. As you can see, it is quite used. Don't really get as much use out of these 3, but these 3 here, I mix all 3 shades together and I'm just absolutely addicted. I cannot even tell you guys. I use this every single day for the past, Jesus, for ages. I've had it over a year now because I got it, when did I buy this? When I went to America last year in August. So I've had it for over a year and it still hasn't run out and I still haven't had to refill it. So this was probably the best like $40-50, so like 40 quid that I've ever spent. The middle shade isn't really my shade, but I like these 2 outer shades, but when you mix them all together you don't really notice. But yeah, this is so good. And then a dupe for that, which is actually something that I've only recently started to use again, is my Maybelline New York Brick Bronzer. I remember when they came out with this and I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, there's a new Maybelline product, I need to get it because I love Maybelline. I'm such a sucker for their products. They came out with this and you get like a little like highlighter with it, and then you get the bronzer, and I think this duo is about £8, and you obviously you get a mirror as well, which is really cool, but like it's not one of those really clear mirrors, it's one of those like bit musky mirrors. This bronzer shade is literally my shade. It's perfect, and the highlighter is super pretty as well. The gold in the bricks, it kind of like overtakes it, but you could also bronze with this, I guess. Looks really pretty. This is £8 and this is definitely one of my favourite ever bronzers from the drugstore. I also love, what are the other bronzers that I really love? L'Oreal do some really good ones, and there was another bronzer that I really liked and I can't remember what it was. If I remember I'll put it down below, but yeah, this is really good. Highlight, my god, highlight is like my favourite thing ever. I use it all the time. I love putting it on my nose, on my cheekbones, on my cupid's bow. It's just an addiction. Sorry, I was just checking if it's still snowing. But it is kind of like stopping now. I really don't want it to rain because I want to go play in the snow. So this is the Ciate London highlight in the shade Starburst 197, and first of all, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous, and then when you open it, because of my long nails I keep like poking it, it did have a gorgeous like little pattern in it where it was like all stars and everything, but I've used it so much the pattern is gone. But this shade is just absolutely stunning. I just want to pop a bit on the end of my nose because it's just so good. I feel like my nose is like blinging now, I'm not too sure, but it's such a gorgeous highlight. I'm not actually sure how much these retail at because they did kindly send this to my PO box, but I don't think they're too expensive, although Ciate is kind of like a high-end brand I guess. But the packaging is amazing, and of course you get a mirror with it, which comes in massive handy because when I go on my travels I always forget to take a mirror, so I always have to use this mirror to do my whole makeup. Oh my god, my nose is glowing. What? I love this so much, and if anything this is the highlighter that I would recommend over anything. Saying that though, a drugstore version, or a drugstore palette should I say, of a highlight that I'm absolutely addicted to is the Sophie Does Nails Revolution palette. I did a collab with Sophie on my channel a few weeks ago and it was like a Christmas collab, so if you haven't seen that already I will link it down below. But this is her Sophie X Revolution makeup palette and it is gorgeous. Like these highlighters are something else. I love this, well I love all the shades, but these shades here are my favourite, and this gold shade is so underestimated. It's absolutely insane. I don't really get as much use out of these ones because these aren't for my skin tone, but it's a really good palette how she's done it for every single skin tone. But yeah, these only retail at £8 for 8 highlighters. basically I'm getting the promo in there for you, so I think you should really go buy this because it's so good. See, all the highlighters on my hands now because it transfers so easily onto your face. It's amazing. The pigmentation of all of them are just, oh, I'm just so proud of her. I love it. For eyebrows, now I don't have this product, but from the drugstore I absolutely love the Ardell Dip Brow, well, the Ardell pomade, whatever you want to call it. It's incredible. I'm going to link it down below. I used this literally until it ran out. I'm finding it hard to find it now because I actually don't stock it in my town, but it is so good. It was the perfect shade for me. So now when that ran out, I now have another one, and I've started using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. Now I'm aware I did say I was like, don't like it, couldn't get on with it, but it was just because the first layer is very, very liquidy, and well, liquidy is probably the wrong word. It just glides too easy for me because it made me make mistakes, like basically overdrew my eyebrows really big. But once you start getting into it, like I've literally hit like the bottom of this little pot now, then it starts to dry out a little bit and I can do my eyebrows better with it. So I've got it on today, but I think I need to get a darker shade since dyeing my hair this colour, because this was like great for this type of hair but not for this type of hair. I underestimated this. It is really good. I do really like it. I'm gonna get the Ardell one when I can, but I did underestimate this. So the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, it is a winner for me now. Eyeshadow palettes. Now I don't actually have any from the drugstore, but some that are really good are the Sophie's Nails Revolution. Again, her palette is amazing. It's in my drawer, so I don't want to get up and get it, but it is amazing. And the MUA Undress Me palettes are really good as well. Sleek eyeshadow palettes are really good. I've just got two high-end ones that I really want to show you because I'm obsessed with them. So the first one is the Violet Voss Pro palette. This is so good. Beauty Bay kindly sent me this, and look at all those amazing shades. If you are a makeup addict like me, this is like the perfect palette. It's got the proper burgundy shade, which is called Wine and Dine, proper nice orange shade. It's basically just got all the shades that a girl wants in this palette, basically. I just really like it, and it's perfect for the winter as well because it's so warm toned, and you get a massive mirror which is really badly reflecting in the light, so I'm really sorry. This palette is just so beautiful, and I swear by it. I use it so much, especially this gold shade here. As you can see, that's quite dug into because it's so good. I think this palette probably retails at about £40-ish, but you get a good contrast between the mattes and the shimmers in this palette and the glitter shades, so it's really good, and you really can get so many eyeshadow looks from this. Another palette that I'm addicted to at the moment is the Coloured Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I did a first impressions tutorial, which again I will link down below, and I'll just pop it on screen now. I loved it so much. Like, it was really good. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but it was amazing. Now I actually cracked the mirror the other day. I don't know if you guys can see, so I'm really annoyed about that. But here are these shades. They're absolutely gorgeous. Again, you've got a really good mixture of mattes and shimmers. You've got 6 shimmers and 6 matte shades. And the white shade, like, I don't know about you, but white eyeshadows, I find it really hard to find a proper pigmented one. This one isn't matte. It does have a little bit of a shimmer, but it is very pigmented, so I do really like it. I love this purple shade and these glitter shades and this orange shade and these shades, and basically all the shades. They're really good, and you can complete so many makeup looks with this. You could also use the white shade for highlighter and some of the shimmer shades maybe for an inner corner highlight, because they're just so beautiful. And I'm not really sure again how much this palette retails at, but I think it's about £25-30, but it is so good. And for 12 eyeshadows, that's not a bad price at all, considering they're very big pans and it's really pigmented, and I'm really sorry at how much this is reflecting. For mascara, a high-end mascara that I've been loving recently is the Urban Decay Troublemaker. They sent this to my PO box, and the wand is absolutely insane. Like, how good is that? I use this if I'm not wearing eyelashes. Like, obviously I've got eyelashes on today, but I just use the mascara wand again to blend them together, and it's so good. This retails below £20, and the packaging as well is amazing, and I don't actually have to curl my eyelashes, which is always a win-win situation. This is really good for bottom eyelashes as well, because the brush isn't too big and bulky that you can't get into the inner corner and like without like smudging it everywhere. It's so annoying, isn't it, when you like do the brush and then it goes on your nose or like here or here, and then you have to blend it. Yeah, I know I'm going on, but it's annoying. This is really good. Love the packaging, love the wand. The formula's great. Basically, my eyelashes look so good when I wear this. But a drugstore mascara that I'm absolutely obsessed with as well, I've been obsessed with it for so long and I talk about it all the time, is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is so good. This is easily my 5th or 6th tube of it. It retails at £8. Get it from anywhere that sells Maybelline. They've recently brought out a Gigi Hadid version, so I think I need to get that because it's Gigi Hadid, and you know, this looks so good and I just love it so much. The brush is amazing. You've got the little ones for the bottom eyelashes, big ones for your top eyelashes. Basically, I love it. You need to buy it. It's so good. For lipsticks, I love matte liquid lipsticks so much. And from Highend, I've got some Too Faced, Colourpop and Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a gloss and these two are matte. Basically, I love nude lipsticks. And this one here, the Too Faced Melted in Child's Eye, which I have on today, is my most used lipstick ever. I've never used a lipstick more than I've used this. It's just absolutely insane. It's such a beautiful nude colour. Love it so much. This Anastasia lip gloss is again gorgeous, and the Colourpop one in Trap is such a gorgeous brown toned nude. From the drugstore, I love NYX liquid lipsticks. I've got some of their liquid suede and their lips lingerie here. The shade ranges are insane. Look at my makeup collection if you want to see all of them. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I've got every single one because they actually sent me the lip vault, which came with like 40 of each, I think. So check my makeup collection if you want to see the full collection. But these are both matte. Actually no, the liquid suedes aren't, but the lip lingeries are. But yeah, honestly, best formula, best lipsticks. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed seeing what some of my favourite makeup items are and maybe getting yourself some ideas on what you could buy. All the products will be linked down below, so yeah, you can go and shop them right now. I love you all so much. Remember to check out my Vlogmas and my merch, and I will see you on Sunday at 10 AM for a brand new video.